Switzerland's outgoing ambassador to Uzbekistan, Konstantin Obolensky, has wrapped up his 5-year diplomatic mission in Tashkent on a high note, citing an 84% surge in bilateral trade as a clear sign of deepening ties and growing mutual trust between the two nations. In his farewell interview with Kun.uz, the diplomat praised the steady expansion of economic cooperation, with Swiss companies increasingly viewing Uzbekistan as a reliable partner. He also expressed gratitude for the warmth and hospitality of the Uzbek people, reaffirming Switzerland's continued commitment to supporting the country's sustainable development. Ambassador Obolensky, thank you so much for accepting our request to interview you as part of our interview program. So has the perception of Uzbekistan among Swiss businesses changed during your tenure, and what factors are driving investor interest today, in your opinion?
First of all, Uzbekistan is much better known in Switzerland than it used to be. And this is not only, but of course also, but not only due to tourism. But Swiss companies, they see also opportunities in Uzbekistan, and that is very right. And they also see that their competitors from other countries are also coming to Uzbekistan and having economic relations and business relations here. The perception of the companies, I think it has changed. Uzbekistan is seen as a country where you can actually do very good business, and that is what drives business to do business. No? Swiss companies can offer very good solutions, for instance in the field of infrastructure, where Swiss companies have a lot of extensive experience. There are also issues, and for instance, payment behavior has been an issue in the past for some of the Swiss companies, and that is something that needs to be constantly addressed. But Swiss products are known not to be the cheapest usually. Swiss products are known for their quality. Quality has its price. Then over the long term and over the sustainability of the solution of the product, very often Swiss products are in the end very competitive.
Could you please clarify the term payment behavior? In which terms, you mean this?
Well, we are, as an embassy, we are from time to time informed about payments that partners should be making, according to the contract. Mm-hmm. And then, it happens that in the beginning of the contract the payments come easily, and then
delays.
Then there are delays, and maybe not even delays, so that then it becomes a bit more confrontational for the company, and that is of course also not very good for the business atmosphere in general.
So has the situation improved so far?
It's not solved yet, no.
So
these are things that keep recurring, but also it's not all the time. It keeps recurring. Yeah.
Thank you so much. We have seen that the trade between the two countries have seen a significant growth. For instance, in 2025, it increased by 84%, reaching nearly $600. So which factors do you think have contributed to this growth, and what are the potential sectors that could be also successful in our bilateral trade?
I find trade extremely important, because usually trade is the first thing that happens in the field of economic relations between two economies or two countries. It's usually first trade, and then there might be investments, and so it's a very good and significant development that trade is increasing between our two countries. When we look at the exports from Switzerland, imports into Uzbekistan, of course it's the classic products that Switzerland has to offer: machinery, pharmaceutical products, chemical products, also foodstuffs. So these very classical Swiss products, and that these are items or goods that Switzerland and its industry is very famous for.
And what, could you talk about Uzbekistan as part of the bilateral trade? What products do you think Uzbekistan could offer to the market of Switzerland that hasn't offered yet?
Well, there is one product that Uzbekistan is offering very significantly, and that is gold. Uzbekistan is one of the biggest gold producing countries in the world, and Switzerland is importing that gold, or part of that gold, and this is, how to say, it's the vast majority of exports from Uzbekistan to Switzerland consists of gold, when you look at the value.
Switzerland's development assistance to Uzbekistan is largely provided through grants rather than loans. What are the advantages of this approach, and how does it shape Switzerland's long-term partnership with our country?
Obviously, grants are grants, and loans need to be paid back. At a later stage. So, with these grants, Switzerland helps Uzbekistan avoid compounding its national debt. So the country can invest in these funds directly into social infrastructure. So in that sense, Switzerland, that's one of our general principles of international cooperation. It is grants, and we believe that this is they enable precise focus on non-revenue generating sectors also. So, for instance, topics like peace building or human rights, or also gender questions, gender equality, are very often not those where loans come into those sectors, and so I think our grants are very appreciated. We have an interest in a rules-based world that is peaceful. I know that unfortunately the world is neither fully rules-based nor is it peaceful.
Chaotic.
It is chaotic, and there is a lot of human suffering all over the globe. But Switzerland, as a not very large country, as a country with a relatively large economy, we have an interest not only to export our goods to safe places, but in general we have an interest in a safe world and in a rules-based world, and this is actually written in our constitution that Switzerland should provide other countries or other societies with help where it is necessary, and so what we are doing here is actually emanating out of our constitution. So one could say it's an altruistic approach that Switzerland has. We do not expect anything in return for that. We do it out of our own interest.
So it's a win-win situation.
We believe it's absolutely a win-win situation. And as always, I mean, it's as long as a win-win situation, as both sides have an interest in these projects, in these programs.
Thanks a lot. And how will the funds allocated to Uzbekistan under the 3-year cooperation program be used, particularly in the water and energy sectors of the economy?
We have this program, which is a Central Asian program. Actually, we have a regional approach when it comes to international cooperation in Central Asia, but we have about 18.3 million Swiss francs reserved for Uzbekistan in this program, and 18.3 million Swiss francs. That's about 23 million US dollars. So quite a considerable sum. We see two challenges in Uzbekistan that the country is confronted with in the coming years. It's water and jobs. In addition, of course, we believe that good governance and human rights are also key conditions for sustainable development. Now, water. We all know water is a big issue in Central Asia. Climate change is taking place. We all also know the catastrophe around the Aral Sea. So not enough water is actually reaching the west of the country. We aim to improve regional and transboundary cooperation through our flagship initiative, which is called Blue Peace Central Asia. And when it comes to climate change, Switzerland has key expertise in disaster risk reduction and early warning systems, and there we can really support Uzbekistan's adaptation to climate change. Water is also linked to energy. Switzerland supports clean energy, energy efficiency and regional energy trade to unlock investments.
Thanks a lot. And what are the first results of the Zarafshan River Basin project?
This project is helping Uzbekistan to strengthen its climate resilience, to improve water security and promote more sustainable management of water resources in this Zarafshan River Basin. It has helped to establish first basin-wide platform for water dialogue and cooperation in the Zarafshan Basin. So that means the Zarafshan River Basin Council, they sit together and they discuss very important water-related questions. These councils, or that council, brings together representatives of 5 provinces or regions, 6 ministries, water users, farmers, academia, and also civil society. And we believe that this is an important step forward towards more transparent, participatory, and climate-resilient water governance that better reflects the needs of all the stakeholders that need this precious resource. Then also the farmers and the local authorities now, they can benefit from improved climate and water information services. So of course, as we all know, information is key. And through Swiss-supported cooperation between Swiss Development Corporation and Caritas Switzerland, 50 open source weather stations have been installed and integrated into Uzhydromed's national forecasting system. And this data supports weather-based irrigation advisory services that combine weather, soil, crop information, and helping therefore farmers to optimize irrigation, reduce water use by 20 to 30%, and improve resilience to climate variability. And the third benefit that the Zarafshan River Basin project is generating are the benefits for local communities. In partnership with relevant governmental ministries and committees under the government of the Republic of Uzbekistan, the project has strengthened local capacities through training, through awareness raising and community engagement.
What have been the key achievements of the first phase of Kun.uz, and what are the priorities for the second phase, particularly regarding the introduction of elements of the Swiss dual education model in Uzbekistan?
Well, in Kun.uz, we pilot elements of the Swiss dual education approach, as you have mentioned, which is favored over academic education by 2/3 of the Swiss population. So let's not forget, 2/3 of young Swiss choose not to go to university, but they become apprentices. They will, at the age of 16, 17, they will start an apprenticeship, dual education, meaning that 3 to 4 days a week they will be working in a workshop or in an office or in a hospital, learning a profession together or under the instruction of a master. And then for 1 or 2 days per week they go for theoretical training, so that they also get the theoretical background that professionals need in that certain profession. These trainings, they usually last 3 to 4 years, and in the end these young people have very good prospects on the labor market. They are participating also in the innovation of our industry. So in our project that we are conducting in Uzbekistan, the VET for Uz project, we built in the first phase the foundations for a modern, labor market-oriented vocational education system. So what we try to do is to bring actually the future employers, or in general the employers' side, also into the curriculum development, because it's the employers that know what kind of professionals they need in order to work. It's the employers that are very close, of course, to the labor market. So that was in the first phase, and there we have started with hospitality. Hospitality, as we all know, is a very growing sector in Uzbekistan, and so in that sector, vocational schools and companies, specifically hotels, began working more closely together, allowing students to combine classroom learning with practical workplace experience. And this demonstrated that stronger partnerships between education and business can better produce very good results for everybody. And now we have a phase 2 that has started, and there the priority will be to move from pilots to broader implementation, so that it becomes really institutionalized. So Switzerland does not seek to replicate the Swiss model that I have described just before, but rather to support Uzbekistan in adapting those elements that best fit its context.
Thanks a lot. So when it's going to be implemented, the second phase, when it's going to be like?
So we are right now or our colleagues from the embassy are right now in very close discussions with our partners at the government, and so implementation is really in the fullest of its preparation.
Thanks a lot. And what will you remember the most about Uzbekistan after completing your diplomatic mission?
Our wishes, my wishes to you, Kun.uz's viewers, is of course health and happiness, and never forget about Switzerland.
Thank you so much. And that was Ambassador Obolensky.
Yeah? Thank you so much.
Thank you.